By the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Ready. 10 logo. 56. Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Hard. Go, Jackrabbit. Come on. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
3rd and 2. Now Ryan. It's caught. Jones. 14 yards there and a Falcon first down.
A Hall of Fame coach once said there are no medals for trying. And that wasn't a trying effort, was it? That was a winning effort. How about that great catch?
Excellent. They know, hey, you lose this game, you get a ding or 2. You got 7 months to heal. They're going to go all out.
Come on, set. 10-2 stop. You draw quarters. Check girls, hit it.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Xavier Woods, the free safety, up to make the tackle. He shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
Go. Hey, Delta. Look, squeeze.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Robert Quinn with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on to punt. Back deep for the Cowboys, Tavon Austin. That's a 48-yard punt with the coverage holding him to 3 on the return. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Prescott. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Five men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
go 46. 54. Who that? Mike's 54. Mike's over. I'm here all day. 26.
First down, Prescott. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. A big play here for Dallas. 42 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. A first down carry by Elliott. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. No score after 1 on EA Sports. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go one more. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Go. Get out there. You got it. Mike's 54. Here we go. Go to 54. Go to 54. Line. Mike's 5'4". Mike's 5'4".
Now Prescott. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons 16. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Here's Prescott. He'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
Here we go. Slide 8.
Prescott to throw it. This to Jarwin. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum, because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the 2nd quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
And feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. third down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Pick the edge. Come.
Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. Looking deep for Crabtree. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 62 yards.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Pull it high. Show it out. Big grip.
Now it's Ryan. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it away.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Go. Ready.
To throw again. Ryan. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
3rd and long, it's Ryan. He'll let this go for the end zone. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And this one is right down the middle. And that will tie us at 3-3. So good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
that.
Super toe.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
54.
To throw is Prescott. That one complete to Elliott. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
Tell you what, partner, you get the football in his hands, just give him a little bit of open space. As we just saw, he can make you pay.
And he wasn't the top option there, but check down turned into first down and then some. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. Prescott on first down. Incomplete. He was trying to get it to Ezekiel Elliott, and it's 2nd down.
The touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Kill. 56. 26.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal, and the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Intended that time for Cooper.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Robert Quinn picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Yep. Hey, Charlie. Hey, check 24. Check 24.
Ryan. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Mike Bennett. He's the one that drops him this go-around. And that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
5. 6. Look at me. Go. Rush in. Check 3. Hit it.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. Now Austin. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
At their own 45-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, watch that. Check.
Prescott now. He rifles one that's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. That late in the clock, 2nd quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may force them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
I know exactly why I tried to throw the ball to Julio Jones there. He's never considered covered. He's either too fast or too strong. You always try and get it to him.
Especially on those deep passes.
Hey,
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Ryan. Looking downfield for Jones. And that one almost intercepted. Call it a 50-50 ball. It falls incomplete, and now 3rd down.
Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Tight end's right. Tight end's right. 4 down. Check. 4 down. Recon, 132 fighter. Hey, Echo. I got you, pop. Mike 38. Watch the run. Shift. Now.
From the gun, it's Ryan. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. They give him a gain of 38.
It's a gain of 38 yards.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Again, Ryan. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 20.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. And Bryant's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, one of these 2 teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Let's go. 33-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
22 jet bomber. Hey, wahoo! Mike 54. Let's lead River.
Ryan. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection.
Ready?
He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And down right around the 37. 17 yards and a first down for Atlanta.
But that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Now Ryan on first down. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Mike 55. Go.
On the draw, this will be Freeman. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Ryan. And finding the tight end Hooper. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Brings up second and goal at the 8-yard line.
It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
Watch the slant, watch the slant. Get it.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
They've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. The kick by Bryant is good. And the lead will increase to 6 now. It's 9-3. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Now they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
47. 26. 26.
Here's Prescott. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
After the interception, here's Ryan. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
55, Mike, guy, 55. Come on, baby. Bravo. Let's see what you got. Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. Bring it. Shoot.
Another try after the first down sack. Ryan. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here.
Ready up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Check 3, check 3, check 3. Bang, 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 bang. Check. Hey, 5.
From the shotgun, Ryan. Flushed out right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. Only a yard on the gain there as time will run out on this 3rd quarter of play. 1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd and 9, Prescott. Looking left side, and it's complete. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Mike 54. Let's go, Happy. Let's go, Happy. Let me what you got. What you got, Happy? What you got, Happy? Kill.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Going up top. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Watch the screen. Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9". It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
On 2nd down, Prescott again. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Hey, 47. 59. Hey, let's get this.
And the blitz does come. Looking deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. 67 yards. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with a gain this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
At the 29-yard line.
Ready? Hey, exit. Hey, eat. Here we go, G. Here I come. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55. He can't hang. Yes. Ready?
From the 29, Ryan. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. 3rd and 2, now Ryan. And it's complete. Hooper. It's a gain of 16, first down Falcons. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll run on first down. Freeman. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Ready, set. Send the West.
At the 44-yard line.
It's our time. Shoot.
Freeman again. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A very solid gain of 27.
This is one of those plays that has an equal chance of either being a big gain or a big loss, but with the college influence, we're seeing more of these plays come into the NFL.
Blue draw Corkers. Right there, 54, right there, 54. Get it.
And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons.
Ready? 90, Wolf. Ready?
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Freeman again, a first down carry. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Smooth.
On 2nd and 9, Ryan. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. Oh, no, he lost the football. And that is going to skip out of bounds. So a break there for sure. They'll hold on to the possession at the 5-yard line. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This for the lead in the final stages. And Bryant's kick is good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they managed the clock exactly right.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Grady Jarrett in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
59 Mike. 59 Mike. 59. Under. Mike 59. Let's go, D.
Prescott. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. The 30. Past the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. 88 yards. And the Cowboys have retaken the lead. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Okay, ready?
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it? And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw, and it'll wind up being intercepted.
The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
At the 45-yard line.
Mike. Man, that's trash. That's trash.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. A gain of a yard gets them back where they started. Now it's 3rd and 10. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary now on third. They go to Elliott again. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot.
And that's caught inside the 30. Their season ends here. A tough way to go out.